What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. Have black men been underloved? Shout out to King Richards for this one. He was doing he went live and a young woman said she dated black men who were younger than her, and she come to find out that in her experience black men have been underloved and they just want somebody to love before they, and if that doesn't happen, that's kind of where the red pill rage comes from. So I posed a question that's probably rhetorical if you're a black man, but have black men been underloved? Yeah. Like, see, people want to talk about how much, the family structure and how much guys' moms love them. Uh, uh, a lot of our mothers tolerated us and didn't love us. I'm gonna just keep it 100 because not just because some of them didn't like men, and what I mean by tolerated us and didn't love us, because for the mothers who didn't like men or had got their feelings hurt by men, they tried to raise their sons to be the man that they should have dated, but they didn't date, and him to be the antithesis of the guy that they like, which is usually the bad guy that they complain about. So that wasn't loving. That was grooming a boy to be a man that you would want to date. But your mom, that's not loving. And then when these guys get played because of that, I didn't realize the girls wasn't groomed to love boys. Stop it. You did realize that because you're the same mothers, who got sisters and friends, who, these boys are no good. Don't talk to these boys. Get your education. These boys ain't this, that. So from an early age, underloved. The weird dichotomy of a stereotype would be if the young boy, the young man is going the right path, he's kind of in exile. If he's a perpetual screw up, that's who people's chasing after. He's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. So these guys who are good members of society are often underloved because they're not making any mistakes. They're not committing any crimes. They're not getting locked up. They're not getting into any unnecessary altercations. So you just fine. So I'm gonna just leave you alone. So those boys and young men aren't being loved on. They're like, I'm glad you're not a problem for me, so I could just leave, so I don't have to actually pour any type of love into you. But if you're a constant screw up, you need hugs, you need kisses, you need conversations, and it's backwards, but whatever. When have black men been underloved? When it comes to even the good guys, if somebody tells a story, I hate to say this, but too many of our mothers will believe a lie told on their sons than the truth that they know of their sons. If their son's a good kid, is what I'm saying. So he's a good kid and something happens, your son did this. Too many will believe, oh yeah, I knew he was like that. You're just like blah, blah, blah. Okay. Kid ain't never done nothing like that a day in their life. But if somebody said it, whatever. Have black men been underloved? What about the racial comparisons? Underloved. And if you start acting like or getting things like these non-black people, then I'm going to respect you. Okay. Underloved and underrespected. Not to mention, I'm just going to say this. You hear more stories of black men who've taken care of their mothers or put their mothers on than black moms who put their sons on. That's not good. That is not good. Because that means a lot of y'all have not done right by your sons. I'm trying not to cuss. So these black men are underloved. When you get on, buy your mama a house, buy your mama a car, buy your mama a trip, take your mama here, take your mama there. are these black men underloved when they're dating? Because people bring their expectations. You need to do this for me, and that for me, and this for me, and that for me, and this for me, and that for me. And if you don't do that, I don't like you. Okay. You got broke people practicing hypergamy, but then the people who are above them in the same area ain't good enough. Are black men being underloved because when these brothers are face to face, they're not the guy that you like. But when these brothers are long gone, they're the guy that you miss. I love the memory of you, but not the person in person. So have black men been underloved? This idea that I need to drag you out of poverty, but you never cared about me, is pretty much proof positive that black men have been underloved. And this idea that, I got to put you in a position to get comfortable enough to learn how to be a woman and to love again. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Telling people that black men are no good, black men are dogs, black men ain't ish. And you're saying this about the grown men, but you're really saying this about the kids too. They're going to grow up and be these things. So you treat them as if they're going to grow up and be these negative stereotypes. And then, you don't want to talk. You don't want to express yourself. To who? To you? You don't rock with me like that. You're raising these young men to have your back and expect that you're not going to have their back. So have black men been underloved? You tell me what you think. Like I said, for the guys, it's pretty much a rhetorical question. And if a guy's too good, too nice, you a sucker, you a simp, blah, blah, blah. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. We out. Peace.